What do you think the queer community will look like in 50 years?
We're all just gonna be data by that point, so I think that like the sex can only get better.
How do you identify?
Ooh, what a loaded question.
As of right now, I identify as a butch lesbian.
Lesbian.
Gay.
Gay woman.
I know people use queer, but I've always said gay.
I mean, these days, queer.
I identify as a non-binary trans-masculine individual.
I use they, them pronouns.
I'm a dyke.
I have an F on my driver's license, but I use the men's room.
I'm a transgender woman.
Just a regular trans guy.
A man.
Queer femme.
Fat, queer.
Queer, black, gender fluid, trans, and disabled.
Can you tell me about your first queer crush?
Oh, Queen Latifah.
Hands down, Molly Ringwald.
Punky Brewster.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Nancy McKeon from Facts of Life.
7 of 9 on Star Trek.
David Bowie in Labyrinth.
How about anyone in real life that you had a crush on?
No, I mostly lived in fantasy world.
There was a girl on the playground and she had like brown skin. She was kind of thick.
She had really nice golden legs.
She was walking down the hall with her boyfriend and he had all these pink marks on his neck from her kissing him. I didn't want to be him exactly. I didn't want to be her, and I just couldn't put together that I wanted her to be kissing me.
I definitely was very in love with my best friend in high school.
We were best friends.
I wrote this super meaningful letter that friends could write to each other, and I think for her it was like, what?
What does chosen family mean to you?
Chosen family are the people that know you and love you for exactly who you are.
You pick them because a lot of times your family doesn't pick you.
My family works pretty well with that. My mom and my dad are all incredibly supportive of me.
Who is your queer icon?
The one everyone's gonna say is Ellen.
Probably Lady Gaga.
Shane from the L Word. Boy howdy, does everybody want to be Shane and they want to fuck Shane.
Edith Windsor, who, if it wasn't for her, we couldn't be married.
Octavia Butler and John Waters.
I'm from a small town in Nebraska, so on Friday nights we would go see Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Frankenfurter just blew my mind.
Laverne Cox, when her Transgender Tipping Point magazine cover came out.
Kate McKinnon. I was in the military during Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and you know, there's a lot of gay jokes, and having someone on TV who kind of looks like me, sounds like me, someone I want to be like, I can say, well, you like her.
I feel like as a non-binary trans-masculine person, there's not a lot of people I can look up to, actually.
Who is your queer icon?
Me. Hey, why not, you know? Somebody gotta love you.
Do you feel like there's a unified queer community?
There definitely is. I go out singing karaoke at lesbian karaoke night and go to Pride or the Dyke March.
To a 65-year-old white lesbian, I don't have a lot in common with you.
It's kind of lonely out there in a way. We have Tinder and we have this, whatever, I don't even know because I would never do it.
I think that it's easier to find queer people online. I grew up with Tumblr. A lot of the LGBT communities on there kind of helped shape me into who I was.
Do you wish there was more of a unified community?
Yes, I do, actually. Because that's not the point, to separate yourself from everybody. It's to come together.
In order to unify the queer community more, I think that people need to listen to queer and trans people of color, and especially Black trans women.
Different sections of community value and center different things. And so I think there's a lot of subsets within queer community, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
What do you think the queer community is going to look like in 50 years?
That's going to have a lot to do with economics. People have always had sexual freedom if they had power and resources.
I hope in the next 50 years, it's just common, where it won't have people turn their heads.
Any type of person can walk down the street in 50 years, not be bothered, not be looked at, not be harassed, not be scared to live their life.
I hope it's just normal.
Well, I hope it doesn't look like this, but I have a feeling we'll all be sitting in a cubicle in front of a screen. I won't, I'll be dead.
What's something you'd want to communicate to the previous generation of queer people?
I would definitely want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm thankful for the rights that they fought for, and I also think that there's a lot of things that a lot of older queer people don't recognize in the younger queer community that are still problems.
A lot of older people tend to be like, oh, so are you like this very specific identity? And I'm like, well.
The older community, they still have biases, and having them just be open to ask questions instead of being rude or aggressive towards us for choosing our path.
Our generation being more open and using different language and needing to take space sometimes, I think is valid, and that doesn't mean we're invalidating their experiences.
You know, there used to be like 3 names for being gay kinda, and now there's binary or something like that. And as an old person, it's kind of hard to remember the language, but I think it's wonderful because I don't think people should fit themselves in a box.
Older folks won't always be perfect, but as long as we're all trying, I think that we can really find the value in our elders. I mean, truly, these people know what it's like to fight in a way that we don't.
What's something you'd want to communicate to younger queer people?
Everyone's journey is different and it's unique, and never feel pressured to go about it in a certain way. You have to stay true to you.
Is there anything you'd want to communicate to yourself as a younger person?
Ugh, okay, now you guys over here trying to make me, I'm soft. But same thing I tell myself every day, that I have to remind myself, you're enough. For a long time, I was just like, God, why did you make me? Like, what was the point if I'm gonna be here suffering and nobody's gonna love me and I have to fight? So I'm just happy to be here and be here with a smile on my face. It's awesome.
Can I move?
You can move. Thank you so much for doing that.
Come talk to him. He seems straight anyway.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, should we do another one?